Everyone has got the goal somehow. Honestly, sincerely, what do you want to do?
1, 2, 3. My baby don't dance around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking together, 'cause we don't know how. I feel like I've been here once before. You threw my bags out through the door and in the road. I came home to find them on the floor, and as the rain began to pour, I got cold. And I tried to compromise, but you kept telling all these lies. But now I don't get to say my last goodbye. Goodbye to you, been wasting all my time.
I love Super Teen. Super Teen has taught me the 11 principles of memory and the 10 steps to study, and has also taught me to have leadership qualities and teamwork and confidence. Thank you.
After the camp, I can see that she has changed. Change as in, she's more focused.
After the camp, we realized that he can focus better. So he's focusing on the right thing at the right time.
Frankly speaking, I don't have to nag much about her studies these days, not like before.
He shows concern for the parents as well.
She was very against me sending her to the camp initially. But after the 5 days, she's opposite.
He is able to hug us now more freely than before.
Why am I now living on my own? She keeps inviting people home all the time. Why am I still paying for a phone when all the luxuries she owns should be mine?
Super Teen is the best camp ever.
Super Teen is fun. They taught me some easy but unique techniques, and yeah, I'm now a new me.
An air of confidence in the way they carried themselves, in the way they planned, and set goals for themselves.
The barrier that they broke through, I think maybe that will benefit them for their whole life. I think.
The most important thing, the most obvious thing that we could see from our students is the change in attitude towards the better.
Well, the immediate improvements we saw, a greater sense of confidence, more in touch with their emotions, greater sense of purpose in their planning.
I think the children are really motivated.
They know they can do it, they know how they're going to do it, and they know why they're going to do it.
Students are very much motivated. Over a just short period, there's a lot of self-realization.
Super Teen's program implicitly integrates all three of these dimensions of education: the intellect, the emotion, and the adversity quotients.
The lazy ones, you could see, they've improved.
They told me this is the best camp they ever come across.
The course itself may cost a little bit more compared to many others, a little bit more. But it's what we could see the value in return for our students.
One of the main reasons why we get Super Teen to come back year after year is because of the way Super Teen approaches education. We feel that synchronizes very nicely with our education model.
And I think the best testimony to the strength of the program come from parents. And we've spoken to many parents in the course of our work, and often parents will ask, when are we conducting the next Super Teen program, or are you conducting the Super Teen program this year?
Goodbye to you, been wasting all my time. You're no longer mine. Now you've left me, I can't seem to get you off my mind. That's when I
and I attend Super Teen 7 years ago. Right now, I study in UNSW, University of New South Wales. Graduated as a top marketing student. I haven't been offered to do my master, but I thought, hey, maybe if I go Super Teen, I know this secret, like just score very high. Not only Super Teen teach me the skills to score high, it teach me insight, the principles, the way how you should approach life, the way how you should see life, and the challenges you're gonna have. If you ask me, I'll say definitely go for Super Teen.
Dr. Ernest Wong is definitely very knowledgeable and very personable as a trainer. It is very difficult to attend his sessions as a parent, as a student, as a teacher, and not have a takeaway after you leave his sessions.
I fully support Ernest in terms of what he has been doing.
Dr. Ernest Wong, to me, is a guru in the sense that he's a master. He's someone that you can respect. He's experienced, he's gone down that road before, and he will lead us down that road, whether we are teachers, parents, or students.
A lot of 9 subjects. I scored straight A's for the O-levels, and I went to JC where I also scored 4 straight A's. Ernest he's just very dynamic, full of ideas, full of passion, full of humility, and full of the willingness to help you. And the meta skills like speed reading, super memory, notes making, all these play a part. Without one, the entire thing collapses. And I feel that Ernest has presented it so well that you can just go in the class, listen, put it into place, and then everything goes.
I will highly recommend a Super Teen program to any of the schools because I think they really help the students.
If you really decide to be successful, decide to want a change, then please decide now to come for the Super Teen Camp. It's life-changing. See you there.
I would recommend Super Teen to schools where students are experiencing difficulty in learning and performing well academically.
I would recommend the Super Teen program, not just because it emphasizes study skills, but also for the fact that it talks about parent-child bonding.
I will also change shouting at my mother, who loves me so much with her whole heart. My dear friend, forgive me for being such a bad friend and boy. I love you.
And thank you for sending me to this camp, and I want to tell you in front of everyone, I love you a lot.
And why am I here? I could stay at home playing computer games. But after meeting Dr. Ernest Wong and all the resources and this bunch of great friends, my mind changed. Well, I'm very proud that I'm here. I'm here attending this camp. Thank you, Dr. Ernest Wong. Well, lastly, I would like my parents to stand up. Sorry, and thank you for forcing me to come here.
Over the last 22 years that I've been running the Super Teen program, I want to thank Dad and Mom for you giving me the trust, the faith in me. Without you, I would not be able to do this job. I want to say thank you, Dad and Mom. You have made a difference in my life. Thank you so much.
Lock the doors, leave the world outside. All I've got to give to you are these 5 words a night. Thank you for loving me, for being my eyes. I couldn't see for parting my when I couldn't breathe. Thank you for loving
actually was you. When I look into your eyes, the sky's a different blue. 'Cause my